And I thought it would be fitting to play a clip of that Citizen of Sway in the Morning, the one and only Tom Hanks, since we're from the same city, Heather B., and introducing our next guest, Tracy G. He's a film and television producer, director, and media proprietor. Once served as the chairman of Walt Disney Studios and is behind a lot of big mega box office hits. And he's been talking a lot about his new platform called Quibi that everybody has been concerned about, everybody's been asking about, but we got him on the show today, the one and only Jeffrey Katzenberg. Jeff, what up?
Hey, Jeff.
All right.
Hey, Jeff.
Happy to be in the house.
Hey, yeah, buddy.
Jeff is in the house.
That's a double entendre.
I know, right? That it is. Man, Tom Hanks is. Tom Hanks is. I thought it'd be fitting to play that because Tom Hanks, as well as his lovely wife Rita, and one of his sons have been on our show before. We call them Citizens of Sway in the Morning, and I'm assuming that Tom and you are pretty close. You guys, would you consider him a friend?
I do. Yes, indeed. He's one of the greats out here, and pretty special guy. As is his wife Rita.
Have you had a chance to speak to them since they went public about COVID-19? Do you know how they're doing?
Texting back and forth, but I haven't actually spoken to him, no.
Okay. How you been adjusting to this new quarantine life?
Well, like everybody, we're, sheltered in place. I think this is day number 24 out here adjusted pretty quickly. I managed to figure out how to bring my work to my home, which was kind of imperative since we were launching Quibi yesterday, and a lot of work has gone on in this last month to get us to launch. But like everybody, every single thing is different. Nothing's the way it used to be, and adjusting as quickly as I can, and certainly don't have as many challenges and difficulties in terms of making that adjustment as many other people do right now, which is heartbreaking.
Absolutely. But you did manage to launch, and I don't know if it caught folks off guard, but I've been seeing a lot of banter online about Quibi. And first and foremost, just how to pronounce it, and where did the name Quibi actually? What does Quibi mean, Jeff? What is Quibi?
So if you take the words quick and bite, and you just put those two words, sort of the beginning of each of those together, that's how you get to Quibi, quick bites.
Okay. Shit, that was genius. That was simple and genius. Man, I thought it was gonna be some drawn out explanation, through research. I thought it was derivative from a Latin expression or something, but I guess not. What is Quibi?
I don't speak Latin.
Okay. What is Quibi for those who don't know what it is?
Sure, it's a brand new super premium mobile subscription service, so mobile only for your phone, with tons of new original content made by the very best storytellers and creators in Hollywood. Everything in episodes that are between 5 and 10 minutes in length. And we're using a new technology that we've created that makes watching video on your phone beautiful. Mm-hmm. So we have as I say, we have a lot of original content, and we have over 50 original shows and 500 episodes. And every day we publish lots of new content. There are 3 types of content. We have movies in chapters, so think of them as a 2 or 2.5 hour movie, but they're in chapters that are 5 to 10 minutes in length. We have unscripted reality and documentary shows. And then we have something called Daily Essential, which is basically the curation and professional production of news and information, lifestyle, and talk shows. So it's a combination of all of those things.
And I definitely think the key word is combination, because I saw the wildest combo about Quibi. Sway, I told you about this on Twitter, that featured Reese Witherspoon, Academy Award winner Reese Witherspoon, and then big time rapper Offset from Migos. And it was like the wildest type of odd couple double date situation on Instagram Live. So a lot of people were perplexed by that. Go ahead, Jeff.
You have to add that Snoop Dogg did a drop in on that, by the way.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's a lot of street cred on one IG Live, Jeff. I'm impressed.
Okay.
So is that, seeing Reese and Offset, is that indicative of the type of diversity that we should expect from Quibi?
100%. 100%. And that's what's really exciting about it is that, we've tried to come up with a really a very diverse offering of programming in which there is hopefully something for everybody. And you have LeBron James doing I Promise, based on his amazing school academy back in Ohio. It's just a beautiful, beautiful story. A great survival story called, with Sophie Turner, called Survive. Chrissy Teigen doing a crazy, funny kind of Judge Judy called Chrissy's Court.
Right, I peeped that.
Lena Waithe doing a phenomenal documentary called You Ain't Got These, about sneakers.
Yeah, that sneakers show.
And so it's all over we have something for everybody, and that was on purpose.
Mm-hmm. And Jeff, I'm wondering, because, we are in the age where streaming platforms just surround us left to right, up and down, thinking about Netflix, thinking about Apple TV, thinking about Disney Plus. What makes Quibi stand out? What is the point of radical differentiation, even considering,
Sure.
YouTube right now?
Yeah. Well, I think that in terms of all of the streaming services that you just mentioned, they're all in the TV business. They basically make 1-hour television shows, and they are competing for your time and for your dollars for your living room. And whether you're watching it on a TV set or a laptop or a desktop, over 90% of everything being watched by those subscription services is on some kind of a TV device, and less than 10% of what they do is watched on a telephone. And a telephone is just a very, very different viewing experience for you. You talk about YouTube, and to me, YouTube is much of the inspiration for what we're doing. But as I said, they don't make the kinds of stories that we do in Hollywood. That the ingenuity and creativity and the diversity of things that are on YouTube, about how-tos and information and influencers, and that's just, it's great, but it's highly differentiated from the great kind of storytelling that we do in Hollywood. And that really was the big idea, which is, could we bring the sort of premium productions that we do and give them to you on a telephone and make them beautiful on your phone. I hope you will download the app and try it. It's free. That's the other thing, is that just in recognition of how difficult this particular moment in time is, we had decided to make Quibi free for everybody for 90 days.
Okay. We're doing that here at SiriusXM as well. People are able to get the app for free. I think that's really kind, are really responsible and being accountable for the times. I'm curious, too, because this is new. Quibi is new, so you're going to get a lot of positive reaction, and you're going to get backlash as well. There's always naysayers. And I'm curious, to somebody who's been a chairman of major companies, how do you prep for that? I was reading a guy I followed, Casey Neistat's response to Quibi, and a lot of people talked about as much as the marketing that's going out, they feel like it's forced marketing, and that Quibi is spending a lot of money on marketing this product and forcing it on people. When you get that kind of, I remember Tidal got a lot of backlash when Jay-Z came on board, and Jay-Z's response was, "Hold up, give it time." What is your response to that?
Yeah, well, that's what I would say, and it's easy to knock things down. It's easy to be a naysayer. It's easy to be a skeptic. It's easy to be cynical. It's really hard to go and do something unique and original that nobody has done before. You put yourself out there. You take a great deal of risk. But if you want to do something that's unique and original, the only way you can do it is by taking risk. And when you take risk, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And, what I think you have to do is, if you believe in what you're doing and you think that it is something that has a chance to work, then you kind of have to put your head down and put some blinders on and some earmuffs and charge forward. And, I can only tell you that in 45 years of being a storyteller and making all kinds of content, whether it's movies or television or animated shows, one thing has never failed me, ever, which is, if I had something that was really, really good, ultimately it always worked. Mm-hmm. And so I feel like talent has shown up and made content for Quibi. I'm very proud of it. They've done super, super good work. And in what has worked in the past is, when there's really good work and you get it in front of people and they like it, then you will have success. And whether we have that success in 1 day or 10 days or 100 days, when you do good work, people appreciate it and they value it. So that's kind of how I go at it. I believe in what we've done, and I'm proud of the work that all of this talent has created and delivered to us. And I think when you get to see it, you'll be impressed. And yes, we're marketing it. It's a business. So why is that something that we should shy away from? Promoting and marketing a business. I think that's what you're supposed to do if you believe in it.
Mm-hmm. And plus, you guys you're spending money on the business, but you're also offering the business for free because of the times that we're all living in, because folks can't really afford a whole lot of luxuries as they may have been able to.
They can't afford any, and as inexpensive as $4.99 a month is. Yeah. That's easy to say, other than when you're out of work. $4.99 means a lot to you. And so,
right.
We try to be sensitive and recognize that these really are stressed, if not distressed times. And, there was a big debate. Should we just maybe postpone the launch of this for 3 months or 6 months and wait? Or, should we go forward and just make it available and give it to everybody free, which I think is the right decision.
I will say, Casey said he didn't have a great first impression, but he hoped that you succeed and y'all greenlit and spent some really great creative projects, which I am seeing too. Like, I'm seeing you they had a partnership with MTV, and I see Chance the Rapper is doing Punk'd on Quibi. I work with MTV. I see Offset on Quibi. Cardi B, and these are some of the creatives that are in the Quibi family. Is that diversity reflective on some of the people who make the decisions, people who are sitting on the executive branch of Quibi as well? Are we going to see a diverse palette of people?
Yeah, you will. And so just give you, we have 268 employees at Quibi, all hired in the last 18 months. 43% of them identify as non-white. 47% of them are women. It's a diverse and inclusive group of people and in the company itself, in the executive ranks of the company, and then proudly in the content itself. And we know that our audience, which is a young millennial audience, is actually going to be diverse, and so the content needs to be reflective of who our customers are, or we won't succeed.
The first employee you hired as the CEO is Meg Whitman. She's been the top of a few huge companies. In this stage of the beginning, the launch of a company, how important is it that you partner with the right people, and how do you? Meg has had a tremendous success in her career, but how did you find her?
Well, frankly, that's everything. Getting the right people is everything. That if you're going to have success. And Meg and I worked many decades ago. We were both at the Walt Disney Company. When I took DreamWorks Animation public as a public company, she was the CEO of eBay at the time, and I asked her to come on the board, be a board member of DreamWorks Animation, which she was. And so we've known each other for multiple decades. She is a ferociously talented executive out of Silicon Valley, understands technology. And so in order for Quibi to succeed, I knew that, I know what I know. I know what I don't know. What I don't know is the technology side of it. And that's where, Meg, not only is she a great CEO and manager and builder of a business, but she also understands what it means to build a platform with great technology at its core. So she was essential as my partner in this.
Okay, man, Jeffrey Katzenberg is on the line with us. I also know you from being involved in politics and have been a major donator to different campaigns. I believe you were a Barack Obama supporter as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff.
Nope, that's correct.
Okay. So with that said, how do you feel about this pandemic and how the current government is handling it? And what would you suggest, if anything?
I'm going to defer on that topic. I honestly, I think there are enough pundits out there that are probably better equipped to, have commentary on it, other than to say I feel strongly that the mayor here in Los Angeles, Garcetti, and the governor here in the state, Gavin Newsom, I think have both done particularly good jobs of trying to protect the people in the state of California and the people in the city of Los Angeles. They've been very, very aggressive and very early in getting people to shelter in place and to, try and do what we all hear, which is flatten the curve. And I think they've been doing really, really great work. And, I've been as supportive of them as I can be, and have helped raise some money for the mayor in terms of really taking care of the homeless population here in Los Angeles, which is particularly vulnerable. So I don't know that I have I have a lot more to share than that.
Okay, no, that's a good way to tap. I like that.
Me too.
Hey, I just threw it out there, Jeff. I respect that. I like your tap out game, Jeff. Well, but let me ask you this, because I see a lot of celebrity creatives that are providing content for Quibi. And, a lot of these digital platforms are being ran by non-celebrity. Most of the content has been driven by non-celebrities who are being able to create some amazing things, whether it's on YouTube or other platforms. Are there opportunities for non-celebrities to get deals and have their content placed on Quibi?
Yes, there are, and have been, and will continue to be. So, we, certainly at the outset, we have tried to focus a lot of attention on what people would see as premium. I think when you see the people that are working on and making content for Quibi, you don't see them making content on social media. I think they're all on social media, doing, talking about lifestyle and things going on in their lives, and talking about projects and things that they're working on, but they don't actually make content for those platforms. And so just early on, I felt it was very, very important, that when people watch content on Quibi, it's a clear distinction between what you do watch on, Instagram or on TikTok or, Snapchat or YouTube. It needs to look quite different. And one of the ways you do that is the talent itself. And having recognizable talent, whether it's in sports or music or movies or television or fashion. So that was a high priority for us. And now that we're up and running, as we have built an audience, the platform will be able to be, I think, able to embrace even more up and coming and new talent. But we have some now. I'm just saying I think we'll be able to do a lot more going forward.
Man, it's great having you on the show. Jeffrey Katzenberg. Absolutely, man. And hopefully we could continue this this relationship, and you could call on the show at other times too, not even just around the launch. I think Quibi is very interesting. I want to find out more about it, and also I just think your history is extremely interesting, and there's a lot of questions I would love to ask you about the film business, but I think that'll be another conversation. I'm gonna tap out. I'm gonna defer from those questions.
Well, I will look forward to that. But here, you can do that. But here's what I want to ask you to do, which is download Quibi. Take you 2 minutes. It's free. I'd love you to just check it out and look at some of the programming. And then if you're up for it, happy to have a conversation about it, because that's the fun part for me.
Absolutely.
3 years making this, and I'm excited for people to see it, and I'd love you to check it out.
That's my word, Jeffrey. Remember my name, Sway Calloway. We'll come back in the conversation, okay?
Love it, Sway. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. Give it up for Jeffrey Katzenberg, ladies and gentlemen. Check it out for yourself. Quibi.